do you really believe where we're going, that we will actually be able to meaningfully reverse aging? I'm not saying that we'll all be able to get to 18, but like, is this really a thing now?
That if you can measure every organ of the body and let the organ speak about what it wants to be in an ideal state, reference gold standard scientific evidence, and then create a protocol and then have perfect adherence, you create a system where the body can maintain itself in an optimal state. And this is in contrast to typically we approach things in life where we think our brain is the primary tool which solves all problems before us. Well, my brain, as most brains do, is a cause of a lot of self-destructive behavior. We are prone to eat too much food, or of the wrong kind of food, or drink, or other substances, or spend too much time consuming content, not prioritizing sleep. And so the solution for me was to take my mind. It was very counterintuitive. Remove my mind as a problem-solving tool, empower my body by measurement through my entire body, and then looking at the evidence. And so letting my body solve its own problems of how to be in the ideal state is the protocol. And so I just simply follow the data. And so we look at all the things you would imagine, like blood, stool, urine, saliva, MRI, ultrasound, fitness tests, DNA methylation, microbiome, everything we can measure, we measure. And we take all that data, we look at the evidence, and then we just do this again and again.
I heard you say that sleep and diet are probably the two most important things. Is that a true assessment, given all the data you've looked at now?
If you're going to get just a few things right, sleep, I'd say stop self-destructive behavior and get good sleep. Like, you don't even have to eat vegetables, berries, and nuts. Like, that would be an advanced thing. Just stop doing things that hurt you, because when you do things that cause self-destructive behavior, it's so hard that ruins your sleep, which then ruins your willpower to be able to do good things. It's just a vicious cycle. So sleep well, stop bad behaviors. I'm a whole bunch of different kinds of Bryans. I'm 6 a.m. Bryan when I wake up and I'm excited about the day. I'm 7 p.m. Bryan when I'm stressed out, I'm out of energy, and I just want to relax and do nothing and maybe have some food I shouldn't be eating. There's different versions of ourselves. And in these different versions, we behave different ways.
Yeah.
So in my case, it was 7 p.m. Bryan that was the disaster. He would overeat, eat the wrong kind of stuff, then I wouldn't be able to sleep, and I felt awful the next day. And so it helped for me to think about this. We think of ourselves as the most intelligent species on this planet, yet we have behaviors that accelerate disease and aging and misery, and cloud our minds, and it's at the heart of all of this. So I love how you framed out the collection of ideas. If we put this in even a broader basket, what I really think is interesting for all of us to ponder is we zoom out on planet Earth and we say, what is really going on? Let's just remove all the noise we can. Let's quiet the room as much as possible. What is really happening? And it could be the rise of computational intelligence. We call it AI. It's this new form of information and knowledge and creativity and all the things, and we're giving birth to it. And so there's this question, as this new form of intelligence emerges in the world, what does that mean for us? What does that mean for all things? And in contemplating this, it might be wise for us to ask, what should we aspire to as a species? How do we get ourselves pointed in the right direction? And so Blueprint is not, it may seem about health and wellness and diet and food, it's really not. It's my best guess at the ideal way for all of us to prepare ourselves to walk into this future. And that starts with, I guess, what I call goal alignment. So if I think about myself as a 78 organ system, before it was balkanized and at war with itself. So I committed these self-destructive behaviors. When my mind wanted a pizza party and drinks, my kidney wasn't asking for that, and my liver wasn't, and all my DNA methylation wasn't. And so there was a war within me going on, this misalignment. And I had to figure out, how could I achieve world peace inside of me? And that was when you let these organs speak, and everyone can say, I want this in an ideal state, and then you help the reconciliation process. This mirrors what we're doing with planet Earth. We treat the Earth as we treat our bodies. It's the same relationship. And if we want to think about how could we potentially cooperate on a global scale, how could we potentially imagine ourselves walking into this future with computational intelligence, it starts with our ability to align ourselves in these interesting ways. And for me, it was removing my mind, which was the cause of the self-destructive behavior, enabling a system to take care of me. This is the fundamental question I wanted to propose. If I could build a system that could better care for me than I'm able, would I say yes to it? And I did. And that's kind of been really what people believe more generally, a magic pill is going to come that we take and it solves the problems. And what I wondered is the ability to slow the rate of aging and then reversing aging that has occurred possible now? It's just hiding in tens of thousands of scientific publications and a lot of really hard work. And so that's what my team and I have been doing for the past 2 years, is collecting all the research, doing all the protocols, and basically using evidence-based medicine to explore this question. What is possible with today's science?